Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today I am bringing you the new game that's been recently released called PC Build Simulator. It's a bit like Car Mechanic Simulator or Motorbike Mechanic Simulator. It's got a sort of feel to it, but it's basically just building PCs. So our first job on this game is to remove viruses on that computer. But as you can see, before we do that, I'd like to show you these. So these are other building desks or workbenches. So this is where you fix computers, and you need to be like a certain level to unlock them. So this one you need level 3, this one you need a level 8, and then this is a PC storage cupboard for cases, and you've got to be a level 6 to unlock that. What else? That's basically, here is when people get you to build a computer from scratch, it will give you like a little post-it note on here, and then you'd take the post-it note and then you'd stick it on the assigned desk. As you can see, we've got one here where it says scan and it says G Orbin, so this computer is for that person, and we've got to remove the viruses. So let's go and do that. We left click on the thing. We can either press 3 or the cable button and plug the monitor, keyboard, mouse and power into the back. We will press the number key 3 on the keyboard, and we'll left click on both of these, and then we'll attach all of these like so. And the keyboard and mouse. Now we're going to plug in a USB. You can pause and read that if you want, but I'm going to explain it anyways. So if you press 1 on your keyboard, it will bring up this. If you click on it, if it's not on this, then it's probably on one of the others, and you would have to click on tools, and you would need to click on your USB. This is where it's got all our programs for us to use pre-installed on the USB. Now all we're going to do is press the P button, or you can physically go onto the power switch here and you can do it that way, but I usually just press P because it's nice and quick. And now we just left click on our monitor here, and we click add and remove programs, and we want the virus scanner like so. Wait for this to do like so. Double click it, start the scanning process. Normally this would take hours in real life, but in the game it would take literally 6 seconds, and it found 253 files that are infected. We just click clean files. Again, in real life this would take a lot longer, but not in this game. So that's done. We can either leave that program on, or we can remove it. I usually tend to remove them because that's our program. We've paid for that program. We wouldn't leave our programs that we've licensed and all that on their computer for other people to use. Now you don't need to shut down the computer here. You could just press escape, and that will bring you back out. And now normally you'd take all the cables out, power it down, but in the game, because it's a game after all, we can just right click and it would literally rip out all the cables from the back like so. Now once we've done that, we can stick this by the door like so, and we can just click continue. You can pause that, but I'm going to explain it anyways. Like I said, normally when I've finished computers that I've already fixed, I'd pull them this side, or the unfixed ones would go on this side. That's just me. Now as you can see, we are minus $15, and the reason for that is in our emails. As you can see, he had to borrow $15 for fuel. You know how it is. This is our Uncle Tim, who used to own this shop, but we've taken it over because it didn't go so well for him, so we've taken it over. So we can delete that one, and this is where we can just collect our money for the job that we just did with removing the viruses. And if we just click collect, that would bring us up to $85, and then we can discard that email because we don't need that one now. And this one says, hi there, I just wanted to say thank you for fixing my PC. It's booting faster than it has in years. I didn't realise your uncle had gone away. Looks like the business is in good hands. Oh, thanks again, Gary. So we can discard that because we just read that. So what we need to do is we need to replace these. Now what I usually do, because my memory is not so good, I usually write the parts down that we're going to be needing, just so I know. You don't really need to do that if you're good at memorizing stuff, but I like to do it just because. So we need and it saves you wasting any money also, just in case you brought the wrong part or something like that. So let me just quickly write these down. Remove viruses, we don't need to do anything for that. And a 500 gigabyte hard drive for that one. So let's click accept on all of those. Now it's best to accept the jobs, but always get the parts before you end the day. So here we need to grab our storage, which is a 500 gigabytes, which is this one. So we're going to need one of them. And then what was the other thing we needed? Was a graphics card. So we need we can filter it here, which brings us straight to GTX 970 machine, a gamer. So it's this one, $265, and it gives you other details here, like it's 4 gigabytes of virtual RAM or VRAM, and we'll add that to the chart. We click up here to go to our cart, click continue, ignore that. Now this is where you can change the quantity of the products that you want. It gives you also the breakdown of how much each totals and how much, including delivery. So 3 to 5 working days is $10. Next day is $30. Same day delivery is $100. And believe me, if you keep doing same day delivery, your money goes pretty quickly, because I've done that. Because I've tried to build computers quickly or fix computers quickly, and I've always gone broke. I've tried doing this career mode several times when I've just failed because I've just been doing ridiculous things. But here for this one, we are going to click next day delivery, and we click buy. Now as you can see, we are actually back in the red, minus 260, and your bank, Megacorp Banking, send you a email saying that your free overdraft limit is $1,000. But as soon as we fix these computers that we got here, yes, I know about that. So here is where you can end your day, and it's basically, it shows you when you're going to pay your utility bill, when you're going to pay your rent. You've got to make sure you have $500 in your bank account to pay this, and I think this one is $96 for the first one, and then the second utility bill is a little bit more, which is electricity, that is. So let's click end day. The customer's PC is here, picking it up with a yes, we already know that. So let's click go to work. You can also click escape via that part. Yes, we know. So here we have all the computers we're going to fix, and this is our new computer parts. So we just click it and click escape. That would automatically go into our inventory. Now you can pick which one. If you hover over it, it will tell you which stuff that needs to do on what PC. So let's go with, we've done a scan already, so let's go with this one, which is to replace the hard drive, or the HDD, or the HDD, whatever. So it has to boot up to the OS, so usually I always plug in the cables first, just so it saves us a little bit of time later. Like so. Plug in the graphic card. Now I think it's this side, it might be the other side. Just undo these thumb screws. Yeah, it's the other side. Zoom out using the scroll wheel and zoom in using the scroll wheel, using the W, A and SD keys to move about. So what we've got to do is we've got to remove these cables from the back of our HDD. Now I think this is the one where it wants, shit, I just picked it up again. He either wants us to replace the HDD or he wants an extra 500 gigabytes installed alongside it. Yes, so he wants an extra 500 gigabytes alongside it. So we'll open the second bay, we'll install our storage. If we press install or number 1 on the keyboard, it will bring you to this, your inventory. Install that, close it, press 3 on your keyboard, brings up all the cabling stuff. Obviously once you've unlocked the automatic cabling connecting things, this will all be done automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about anything. And because I unplugged a computer, I've got to plug in all our cables again, like so. So let's reinstall our parts, our side panel, sorry. And this is the NZXT case, I believe. Now, while you're installing like this part, this side panel, you can also press P to save some time. That will boot it up to the OS. As you can see now, it's all clicked. I don't think you can see it on my screen. I might have to fix that for the next episode. But I'm not sure why it's not showing all of it on the screen. But anyways, so if we click P, we can just turn off the computer. And we can leave this one by the door, like so. Let's just quickly replace the graphic card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do these computers and then I'm going to leave it there for this video, because I think you're starting to get the points of what this game is all about. I might do another episode if you guys want another episode. I might not, because it's just basically fixing computers all the way through and then unlocking new things and that sort of stuff. If we get one where we have to do a benchmark test, then I will do that. So we need to we got to replace the graphic card. So I don't know why I plugged that in. I lost track for a little moment there. So remove the graphic card, find our new graphic card. As you can see, it's broken. Now we can click sell. We get $8 for that because there's no point keeping it because it's broken anyways. So we get rid of that. We'll install our new graphic card, like so. We will put our cabling back in. Make sure it boots to the OS. I'll press P to start that, and it boots to the OS operating system, which is Omega. Now we can press P again, like so, and now we can leave this one by the door also. So as I said before, I always put the fixed computers on that side, and the unfixed is here. So this is a little bit different. This one, we've actually got to clean the computer, but we've also got to remove the viruses also. So let's just plug in our cables first. And let's plug in our USB, like so. Now we need our compressed air, and I get through tons of this with mine. So you just left click on it and you just move it about, and then it will clean it or blow it off, blow the dust off. I mean, why would you let your computer get this dusty? I've never known anybody to have their computer this dirty or dusty. It's probably a sign of laziness. Make sure you get on top of the dust filter, like so. A bit too far zoomed in. Make sure you get down there. Now you've got to remove the case, not the case, you've got to remove the side panels to do inside. Click on the compressed air again, and then you just get rid of the dust, all the shit, all the crap from inside the computer. Now, the only thing I would like to see in this game, or the couple of things I would like to see, is where you can expand your company. So get a bigger building, maybe employ some employees to build some, because this will just get repetitive after a while. And most people, if things get too repetitive, they'll just stop playing the game. Well, at least I do anyways. Because, you know, once, you know, if there's nothing new on it, which I'm sure they probably add some new stuff if they get some feedback from guys. But like I says, I would like to see some expansion. So we got this small little office. If we can move into a bigger office, if we can put water cooling into the computer, that would be great, because there's no water cooling in the computer, well, in the game that I know of. So yeah, if we can just have a little bit more stuff to do in there instead of being repetitive. If you remember, like, what is it called? I can't remember what it was now. But most games these days always have a lot more stuff to do. This is just a lot of repetitive work. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. But anyways, moving on. So that's how 3 computers are done. Now we can collect payment for those, and we should be back in the green in terms of the money. So let's see. $395 for that one. Thank you very much. Discard. Thank you. There we go. We are back in the green at 433. We are now level 2. Just for doing 4 computers this episode, we've gone to level 2. We've also unlocked a load of stuff. A load of computer opponents. What's this? That's for remove viruses. Oh, so these are all the new ones for us to do. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave there. Like I says, if this game had a lot more options to like, so we will just stay in this small office. It's like a little bedroom or something, like a converted bedroom. If we could expand to a bigger office, maybe employ some people. I want more of a business aspect to the game, so to speak. You know, like for example, you've got not Newegg, you had NCIX. They was a big company. Obviously now they're not around anymore, but something like that. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, and also if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Thanks to those guys that have stuck around for the long period that I haven't been around. But yeah, peace.